What would I do if I lost all my know-how, all my experience when it comes to trading? How would I relearn everything? Look, I know what most of you are thinking. Most of you are thinking that this is going to start with day trading books that you can read on Amazon. But I don't like to read. And to be honest, that's not what I would do. And I'm definitely not spending thousands of dollars on some stupid course or lesson plan. No freaking way. Now, even though I didn't have this when I was learning trading, AI works. Everyone seems to know this, but so few people actually seem to use it. Most of the stock courses you're paying for, you could get for free just by asking good questions to the AI. And you might not know what good questions are, but guess what? You can ask the AI. I simply ask, what are good questions to ask if I want to learn about day trading? What is day trading? Risk and benefits, financial instruments that are commonly used, key strategies, what technical analysis works in day trading, what role does fundamental analysis play? These are the solid building blocks that you can build your expertise on. Learn the basics, learn a little bit about everything, and then you can decide what you want to specialize in. That's also why I added an AI bot to the Discord. Now, some of the AIs do cost some money. The one of the Discord costs me money, but it does save me a lot of time from not having to answer the basics. People could just ask the AI. Now we need to learn some practical knowledge. Who are the big names in trading, finance, and investing? And for that, we're gonna do best accounts to follow on FinTwit. Now, what is FinTwit? I know it sounds like it's its own specific thing, but it's just a subculture on Twitter, or now X, and it's got the best and brightest finance nerds you could ask for. And remember, if you want to specialize, look up specific FinTwit accounts. Now, if you're kind of lazy, like I can be, simply go to my Twitter account, give me a follow, and then look at who I'm following. 99% of these accounts are going to be experts within the financial world. Now, personally, I would also use Twitter as my news tool. It's always good to keep up with what's going on in the world, regardless of what strategy you're using. Some people will watch stuff like Yahoo Finance all day or CNBC News. Bloomberg is also really popular, but I think using Twitter is the best. Some people like CNBC best because that's what most people watch, and then they know what most people are paying attention to. But I like to follow FX Hedge, Walter Bloomberg, and kind of specialty groups of journalists like Zero Hedge. The first two are really good because it's just the headline. There's not some lengthy opinion piece. They literally just take the headline or the important information and just post it there for you to interpret. And then journalists are helpful to do a lot of the research that you might not want to do. You can kind of filter out what is actually useful or not, make sure you're still doing some fact checking, but it is very helpful to read other people's research because you only have so much time and you only have 2 eyes. There's also lots of great professional analysts that now work independently, like my buddy Monty, who writes the Peach Pit on Substack, that you can utilize for great research. You can find a link for that down below. Now, you might be thinking, how is getting all this information going to help me if I don't understand any of it? And again, AI works, but if you're looking for more intricate breakdowns, I would highly advise something like Real Vision, daily live stream that takes some of the more complex topics and breaks them down so that you can understand. Now, if you're just day trading, some of those videos may not actually be helpful to you. You might just be day trading using technical analysis. And if you're doing that, I would find someone who just does daily charting and then use a tool to follow along with their trading. Don't just watch what they do. Do some practice on your own. My favorite program to use is TradingView, which is why I have an affiliate link down below, but lots of people like to use TrendSpider, and I'm not going to say one's better than the other. I've just gotten comfortable with the one I've been using. And of course, I also make YouTube videos. You might find those helpful. So now we've got the method for learning the basics, getting acquainted with the space, knowing who's who, some people you can follow so that you can get useful information, how to decompose that information as well, and how you can get daily practice. Now, how do we take all of that, level up, and actually learn what it looks like to be a successful trader? What took me from good to great was mentorship. Now, there's 2 ways to go about this. One's going to be quick but cost money. The other one's going to be long, grind, networking. But I recommend doing both. Let's start with the networking. Let me be clear, you might find a different method for this, but this is exactly what I did. This is what worked for me to build my network. Out of those accounts you follow on FinTwit, find someone you really like, see if they have a mailbox. If they do, you're good to go. Now, do not make the mistake this guy made when he messaged me, just asking me question after question after question. This is going to get you left on red. Instead, offer content and ideas. Now, your news, they might not be great ideas, but at least you're trying trying to be a provider to them instead of a leech. That's how you actually build a relationship. Now, it's not like you're going to send them one idea and then you guys are going to immediately become best friends. Some of these people will not respond to you for days, weeks, maybe even months, but be persistent. You will eventually get their attention, and then you will eventually build that relationship where you can start to ask questions that they will actually answer. The other thing you can do is actually utilize LinkedIn. Now, there's a few different strategies you can use for LinkedIn. Don't just go on here and type in financial advisor. Most financial advisors are just salespeople. They're very unlikely to have any trading know-how or do any. You want to look up asset manager, fund manager, analyst, or look up day trading and then go to groups. Now, these are less likely to be people in your area, but will still allow you to network with people who do actual trading and have some sort of professional background or credibility behind them. You want to avoid things like Reddit. People who spend all day on Reddit talking about trading are not good traders. That's why they spend all day on Reddit. Now, I enjoyed finding people in my area that I could learn from, because then I can actually go meet them in person, bring a laptop, and they can show me what they do. I found that really helpful, really educational. I was able to shadow some fund managers in the area. A lot of what they do is active investing, not trading, but a lot of those skills can branch over and be very helpful for your learning process. And a lot of them do some trading on the side. And just knowing about the professional world of finance is generally helpful. And over time, as you build that network up, not only will you have plenty of people that you can ask the more complex questions to, bounce ideas off, but you'll start catching opportunities that you never would have before because they're watching things that you aren't. Now, before we go into the second method of mentorship, let's talk about copying trades. Now, you can copy people's trades, especially if they're good, and probably still make money. In some cases, you won't, because you won't have the same convictions they have. You won't know what catalysts they're looking for, and you might fail anyways. And let's not forget the fact that no trader wins every trade. Remember, if your goal is to be a day trader on your own, who's self-efficient, who knows how to make money, who can be that guy or that girl, you want to be able to do this on your own, right? So your goal is to simply look at their process, learn about how they think. Then when someone shares a trade idea with you, you can actually evaluate it. You can actually understand it, what they're thinking. Is it a good idea? Does it fit your style of trading? Is that a trade you actually want to take? Not every trade or investment that someone else makes will necessarily make you money. Now let's talk about the easier, but also potentially much more expensive way to get mentorship. There are lots of people on FinTwit that offer services where they share their trades and their market commentary. Now, these can sometimes be pretty pricey, but it will provide you with the opportunity to see someone who is a good trader actually trade, follow their trades, learn their process, get their commentary, know what they're actually thinking, why they set up their trades, and then use that to help develop your own framework. Remember everything we just said about copying trades, right? Your goal isn't just to be relying on someone else for the rest of your life. You want to be self-sufficient so that you can actually have longevity. Now, a lot of these are scams, but not all of them. And it can be hard to tell what's legit and what's not. I showed you one that I know is legit. And my great aquatic friend DY is another one that is a legit trader. But generally follow people that show some actual credibility, that actually put out some trade ideas that work, or give information that displays some sort of actual knowledge in the space. Avoid people who just flaunt money or cars or their fancy suit. Anything like that is probably a scam. Anyone charge you a one-time fee, probably a scam. But paying to shadow someone who's the real deal is going to be infinitely more valuable than paying for some stupid course, which is exactly why when I built my platform and built my brand, I made all the education completely free, all right? Shadowing me, seeing my trades is the only thing I ever charge for, because in my opinion, it's the only thing that's gonna actually help you level up. That network I mentioned, yeah, a lot of them are in there too. And then also notice how most of the snake salesmen who sell all these courses don't actually have full-time jobs as traders. They don't provide any services like this because they don't actually know what they're doing. Those who can't teach, or in some cases made most of their money doing something that has nothing to do with trading at all, and then flaunt that money to gain credibility. Now, to end this video, I want to give one disclaimer that's really important. Probably none of you are going to listen to, but if you are trying to trade with money that you can't afford to lose, don't. If you're trying to trade and you don't have some sort of nest egg, some sort of 401k, Roth IRA, just an investment account that's long-term, passive, incremental investing, slowly growing, do not get into trading yet. Wait until you have some sort of safety net, something that works. Passive investing works. It has a 100% win rate. Why would you not do it? Then once you have that nest egg, take a small portion of that money and use it to start learning trading, because you are more than likely to lose a bunch of money early on. And if you don't, then you're very likely to become too overconfident and then get humbled by the market when you catastrophically lose all of it. I've seen this so many times. I want to add one more detail to this video because I think it's really important. Don't use paper trading. It's not the same as trading with real money. You're not going to have the same psychological effects as trading with real money. It'll make you too overconfident. And never stop learning. The difference between people who will make it in trading or investing is who will actually stick with it, who will ride out the hard times, continue to learn from their mistakes, and continue to always be better. Eventually, you'll make it if it's what you really want to do. Some people, it turns out to not be what they want to do. They just become investors. But at least along that journey, you learned about finance. You learned all these skill sets, and you also learned what is not for you. It's worth it. And that is how I would relearn everything and get back to where I am today. I hope you found this video helpful. You want to talk to me more, then join the Discord, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It also helps a lot, and I'll make more free content like this if you do.